dream to be so clear, so vivid, that when you wake up in the morning, all you got to do is step in your dream. When you wake up in the morning, look at your goals. Your goals gonna tell you what time to get up. Are you hearing me? Your goals gonna tell you who you should be hanging out with. And people ask me questions all the time. Eric, should I do this? Should I do that? I can't tell you, but your goals gonna tell you how much sleep do you need. You might not need to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning for your goals. I don't know, but your goals are going to define what time you get up, how you live your life, how you move, when you say yes, when you say no. Like when you write your goals down, you will know, no, can't do it. Yep, that's for me. Are you hearing me? So write it down and keep writing it down over and over and over. What do you want? Look, you eat however you want to eat. You do whatever you want to do, right? And you don't know what you want. When you're not clear on what you want, like you get up whenever you feel like it, you don't have no drive, you don't have no passion. And so when people ask me, where your passion come from? Where your drive come from? I know what I want. And every single day I wake up, boom, and I go pursue it. Every single day. How far will your will take you this year? Because there's some things in life you're not going to get. They're not coming to you. You got to go take it. There's some stuff that you can't even just earn by doing the good thing, doing the right. Listen to me. There's some stuff, if you're going to get it, you got a will to get it. It will happen. It will come to pass. But it's not going to happen at your desk, like at your job. It's not going to happen in the basement at your crib. It's not going to happen with you in the bed dreaming about it. It's not going to happen with you in the shower thinking about it. There's some stuff, and I'm telling you from experience, you know I was homeless and a high school dropout. You know that, right? You know I was eating out of garbage cans. And people say, how did you get to where you are? I willed it. Because some things only come with heart, with will. Until you work on your will, stop giving up and stop quitting, stop giving in every time stuff get hard. December is going to look just like last December to you. Life will break you if your will ain't strong. Every day matters. So be phenomenal or be forgotten. Now we got to keep climbing. We got to keep moving. We got to keep going. You're not where you are because you don't have an opportunity. The reason why I've been telling you don't be average, don't be good, try to be great, then be phenomenal. The reason why I told you that is because, listen to me, you got to understand. You have to understand if you stay average and you stay good, you'll never get to where you're trying to get to. Great is about growth. It's about going from the Wright brothers to the small little plane to a 757. Are you hearing me? There's 757 in you, and you still operating on the Wright brothers plane. And I'm telling you, if you average, you're going to be forgotten. If you good, you're going to be forgotten. Nobody's going to remember you. Listen to me. You got to get away. You got to run from average like a plague. And then when you get to good, you got to make up in your mind that good is only going to be for a few moments. It's just a platform. You're going to get out of good and you're going to go to great. And then you're going to be like your boy, man, for real. I'm trying to transition. I'm trying to go from great, man. Look, you see it. It's your dream. It's your goal. And so you got to make an investment in it. If you need 10 grand, you make the investment, right? Stop asking people to sponsor your dream, to make your goal become a reality, to babysit your child, to rear up what was birthed in you, to take care of it. Listen to me, stop begging. Invest in yourself. And I'm going to tell you something. If you invest in yourself, what you will discover is that other people will invest in you. But I'm telling you, ain't nothing going to change if you can't see it. So I ask you a question. What do you want? And I ask you, what do you want? Because the days you don't feel like getting up out the bed, the days you feel like quitting, giving up and giving in, listen to me, the only thing that's going to get you up out that bed, the only thing that's going to make you strive past that obstacle, get past that brick wall, and it's coming. The only thing that's going to make you get up and do what you're supposed to do is what you see. You got something special inside of you. You're not only a special person created at a special time, you have something special in you, and this is the year for you to do special things. All right, so this is the year to do the impossible. I need you to drive possible. What do I mean when I say drive possible? I mean, okay, let me give you an example, right? You got a tree, right? If you hit a tree, I'm talking about a big oak tree. If you hit an oak tree 1,000 times in 1,000 different spots, what's going to happen? Absolutely nothing. But if you hit an oak tree 1,000 times in the exact same spot, you know what's going to happen? You're going to bring it down. You're going to do the impossible. So what I need you to do for me, Monday, I need you to do the possible. Tuesday, I need you to do the possible. Wednesday, I need you to do the possible. Thursday, I need you to do Friday, I need you to do the possible. Saturday, Sunday, I need you to do the possible. We're going to drive it home. What am I talking about? I'm talking about being consistent. I'm talking about regularity. Listen to me. I'm talking about consistency. Once you can get that momentum going, once that momentum gets going, boom, there's no telling where you can go. So the first level was all about you, Understand there's nothing you can't do. There's nothing you can't add. There's nothing you can't be. But that's over now. Now we got to build on that. What are you willing to sacrifice to get what you want? What are you willing to give up? You want to be the best at your company. You want to make more money than you've ever made. You want to travel the world. I don't know. You want to build your second home. I'm not sure what you want, but I need you to understand that you got to give some. You can't stay where you are and go where you're trying to go. And that's the problem. Many of you love your comfort zone too much. You love it. You love security too much. And I'm telling you, you can stay where you are. You can. But you can't stay where you are and try to go where you're going. So what sacrifices this year are you willing to make? What are you willing to let go of? What are you willing to give up? Right? What are you willing to part ways with? Right? All right. And so that's why we say you got to want this thing as bad as you want to breathe. But before you can want it as bad as you want to breathe, you got to know what you want. For real, I've been out of the country. I did that. I got the passport. I seen the world. I did that. I got the degree. I did it. I've been there, done that. I'm married. Yep. Got the house. Yep. Picket fence. Yep. 2 kids. Yep. I got it. And now I'm trying to let other people taste it. I'm trying to let other people feel what it feels like to break a cycle. I'm trying to let other people feel what it feels like to make their dreams become a reality. Are you hearing me? Don't nobody else got to see what you see, but you got to see it, and you got to see it clearly. So and when I say see it, hear what I'm saying. I'm not talking about visual. I'm talking about in your mind. I'm talking about using your imagination. Like, you ain't got to pay for that. There's no limits. There's no boundaries. Like, stop letting people stop you. Stop letting people tell you, Eric, if I was you, I wouldn't do it. You ain't me. You're not me, so of course you don't see it. Of course you don't think it can be done. Why? Because you can't do it, but just because you can't do it don't mean I can't do it. And they not hating. Stop calling them haters. They just don't see what you see. They're not in your mind. And then when I talk about seeing it, I'm not just talking about your imagination. I'm talking about purposing in your heart, like believing and having faith. 100% that whatever it is you set out to do, that you can do it, that you got everything that's it. You got what it takes to do it. You are unique. You were special. You listen to me. You were designed in a way that nobody else was designed. When the blueprint was made for you, listen to me, they threw it out. There's nobody else like you. So you got to do me a favor. You got to believe it. This ain't about today. This ain't about tomorrow. This is about every day. Why? Because every day matters. And when you learn to perfect every single day, you're going to wake up and see yourself doing things you never thought were possible.
Because you are that person. Hey, family, Baruch haba and shalom. Blessings, love, and peace. All right, happy Wednesday. I hope Wednesday was a good day for you. 2 more days, babies. And you are out of there. You can tell your employment peace. Vanetta, you can't tell us peace. We know where you live. You can tell the office, peace. See y'all on Monday. I hope your day is doing really well on hump day. And of course, so we're talking about marriage. And I believe we're going to talk about it the entire month until God just tells us to stop talking about it. My husband, I believe he's out there in the field today, giving a shout out to him and sending love to him. And so the Lord is still dealing with us about relationships and preparing people to get married. And so we know that many of you guys are going to be engaged this year. You'll start planning your wedding. But we want to talk to you about the marriage. You'll have a lot of people flock to you to help you with the wedding, but not a whole lot of people to come to your aid when it comes to the marriage. And those are 2 different things, to be honest. And so we want to continue to empower you guys. We want to continue to give you as much information as possible so that you can have the best marriage, the best relationship that you can have, and that God planned for it for you to have. I mean, because He created marriage and He designed marriage for it to be such a good thing for everyone. And so with that information, today we're going to talk about three things, or we're going to discuss three financial things that's important for you to discuss before marriage. Okay, so there are different layers very quickly on, you know, or different levels of conversation you should have. You first get together, of course, it's going to be surface level. What do you like? Oh my God, that's my favorite movie. Oh my God, have you ever gone to this Broadway show? OMG, have you ever gone over to Maui? You know what I'm saying? So you're going to talk like that. That's going to be surface, couple of dates, but then if they're serious, now they're going to want to go into a courtship thing. And so that's when we go into things of, I don't want to say level two is physical, but that's what mankind makes it. Oh, I want this guy that's tall, dark, and handsome, and you know those kind of things. And we try to say, hey, don't put that as level two. Kind of not make that the top thing, but most people do make it the top thing. So we're trying to get you to look at other things other than the shallow or the surface part. And nobody's saying that you don't want someone that is easy on the eyes, as my grandfather would say. Yes, we want to be easy on their eyes too. And, they're easy on our eyes. And so that's important. But here's the thing I truly believe that most people don't talk about, and it's the financial aspect. So we're going to listen to this really short clip and we're going to get into it right afterwards.
When people get married, what do they do with their finances? How do they just suddenly combine everything?
Yes.
They do?
Yes.
And split everything right down the middle?
No. You combine everything. There's no middle. The preacher didn't say, and now you're a joint venture. He said, and now you're one.
What if one person makes more than the other?
You're not a partnership. You're a marriage. There is no, let me give you an example. My wife has not had an earned income for 30 years. She stayed home with our children. I do not have an income. We have an income. It's as much hers as it is mine. Spiritually, morally, and by the way, legally. And I don't get more votes if I make more money. We both have a vote. We both are going to sit down together. We love each other. We are going to decide about you're hearing my pronouns here.
Okay, so I really like that, guys. I love how he is not saying, and obviously he's a believer. And he's not saying, oh, at the end of the day, the man has the final decision, which a lot of ministries feel that way. Um, I like his approach that we both come to some final decisions together, because it is our lives that it's going to impact. And sometimes, our input or your husband's input or your spouse, your partner's input really makes a difference. So I agree with him. And everything is combined and everything is one. So let me say this. You should have different accounts. I believe that you should have your own account individually. I believe that you should have a joint account. That's where you pay your bills. And I believe that you should have an account for goals, whether it's purchasing real estate, it's purchasing, I don't know, education. Someone's going back to school to get a degree to increase their income or their salary. You should have, that kind of account. Um, and, you should come together to make sure everything is taken care of because it's your lives. It's you and that person's, life. And most people don't talk about it, but you should. And yes, but I know you're probably thinking, well, how do we even approach this conversation, right? Because you don't just flat out, you're on your 10th date and you guys are like saying, yep, I think you are a strong potential. I'm really liking you. Yep, I'm liking you too, right? So, and you say, okay, so how much money you make? So that's just gonna be like, what? You know what I'm saying? Or, so, do you pay bills on time? You know what I'm saying? So it is a reality, like how do you approach this subject? And one of the ways to do it is you ask, give me your mindset about money. All right? What's your mindset about money? And let them speak, right? Or you can start out with saying, well, let's talk about money. And I'd love to share my mindset about money. Because at the end of the day, money does nothing other than what your mindset instructs it to do. Y'all hear me, right? We're talking about love and money, marriage and money. Money doesn't just like come to you and say, I'm getting ready to do this. I'm going to do that. No, it does whatever it is you command it to do, whatever it is that you instruct it to do. And so you have to determine, do we have similar mindsets pertaining to money? And so I'm gonna try to give like three different mindsets pertaining to money. And I'm going to categorize them as the poverty mindset, the middle class mindset, and the rich mindset. All right. Let's start with the poverty mindset. The poverty mindset is this: oh, I make money to pay bills. That's the poverty mindset. And anyone that is making money to pay bills, unfortunately, your mindset is you work for money. And that's why poverty walks with that person, because they work for money. And poverty will always walk with you. And so you work for money to pay bills, to pay bills. Y'all, that's not proper living according to the word of God. It's not. The Lord is not looking for you to have lack. He's not looking for you to live from paycheck to paycheck. That's not his will. He promised in his word on so many levels and so many of his books, um, in the Bible, he has spoken about you being wealthy, right? But most people are like, how do I get wealthy? The mindset. And we've talked about this before, but we're going to talk about it in the vein of marriage. So if this person is like, man, I got to make these, this money to pay these bills, I, they have a impoverished mindset. If you are thinking that way, it's a impoverished mindset. Okay. And that's more of the lower class, financial class. Okay. The second mindset of money is the middle. It's the middle class. The middle class, they make money to buy things. The middle class are, let me see, they are a large percentage of consumers. The lower class, they're too poor to even pay buy stuff. They're not strong consumers. Not saying they aren't consumers, but not like middle class. Okay. Why? Because they're too busy paying bills. So they don't have enough to purchase anything else or to do anything. Middle class, make really decent money and they make enough to buy things. So middle class could be consumers a lot consumers. And so you have to know if this person, if you and this person, you make good money, but you guys, have the mindset of, oh, let's buy this now, let's buy that, let's get this, let's get that. Especially when you're getting things that are more liability and not assets. Okay. And the middle class always, it's like a guaranteed, they're gonna make the money. They have a good job, whether it's government or something like that. They're looking to be on that job 20 years, 25 years. After that, they actually leave with a 401 or something like that, or retirement, some type of IRA, right? And they're pretty much set based on, their goals, but they are consumers, and they are consumers of things, that majority of things rather, that lose value like as soon as they buy it. Okay. Rarely does it increase in value. Right. So that's the mindset of the middle class pertaining to money. Now we're talking about men and women. All right. And so the wealthy class, they make money to make money, because it takes money to make money. And money knows how to reproduce after itself. Okay. And so their mindset is, give me money to invest in something or to create something that will make me more money. So they're not going to work thinking, oh man, I got to pay this bill. They're thinking, give me money so that I can create something, a need that's in society, that can make me enough money, more than enough money to not only pay my bills, but to purchase more things that will make me more money. All right. So for example, a trailer park. And I have to admit, trailer parks back where, I grew up in South Florida, they're down there, but I can't say they were big things that I thought about. How type of housing I thought about. I honestly have to, I've passed by trailer parks, but just didn't think much of them. And so, but now I see a trailer, as an asset. And so I'm thinking, oh man, this trailer costs 95,000. Let's make the money to buy this trailer, and then let's rent it out. Let's spruce it up and let's rent it out. This is what wealthy people are thinking. When we rent it out, this particular trailer can actually pay for our mortgage. And so the money we make from our jobs or our W-2s or our self-employed, I can use that money now to take that money, find something else to get into. And it doesn't have to be real estate. It doesn't have to be products, but it could be service. But products and real estate is really some of the best. And of course, stocks. But that's a risk too. So if you're thinking, so now I make this money, now I can make this money, even if you say to upgrade my home, because this is my starter home. So I'm going to put some upgrades in this home. And so in the future, I'll be able to make this my investment property. I have a trailer property for those that really can't afford a home. You know what I'm saying? And so now I am increasing and multiplying the value of the monies that I have in my hand, right? And so I made 100,000 this year, but the fact that I purchased this trailer, I really did some renovations in it. I purchased it at 95,000, and now I have the value of it now is 175,000. I have 80,000 profit already in this property. All right, based on the value of it. And so now I'm going to have somebody live in this trailer. They're going to pay for it for me. All right. So that's more money that I have. They're paying it all for me. I'm not coming out of my pocket at all in terms of my work. And so I'm able to take my money to do something else. All right. So now I have two properties. I have my own property, which is my homestead. It's it's taking care of me, and I've upgraded it. So guess what? Now my house, I purchased that, 400,000, 300,000, something like that. And with me doing upgrades, yada, 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 it is now worth 450. So I have 150 equity, which now is liquid assets, in one property, which is my homestead, my house that I'm living in that's, that's, I have my office in there. I'm able to do my business in there. I'm able to work in my office, which is a write off, which is a whole nother discussion. I have this trailer that is giving me another $80,000 of equity. And so I can take this 150 or 140, and I can take, this 140, I can take this 80, you know what I'm saying? And so now I have over $200,000 in asset liquidation or equity that I can use to now get this next thing and get this next thing that can make me money. And so this is how the wealthy thinks. And so you have to meet with the person, after y'all done had, food and, done had your meals and done gone out, saw movies, held hands, went, walking together, talking, going to plays and concerts and so forth. You got to have those conversations now so that you can see the mindset. And it's important on both ends because, a man could be like, hey, I'm a hard worker, and whatever I make, babe, I don't have a problem. Whatever it is we want to do, make sure the bills are paid, everything is cool. I'm going to work and make this money. And he has a spouse that's like, okay, great. And all she does is just pay bills and go get her hair done and go get her nails done and buy an outfit to go out and making sure she has a nice car. And that is no bueno. It's not good because if you see, you have to look at that man or even the man looking at the woman, that he's working, 8 to 10 hours. She's working 8 hours, but she comes home, she has to tidy up, she has to cook, and you're just tired at the end, and you don't have a heartbeat to say, no, I want us to live better. I don't want to see you tired like this, even the man. I don't want to see him tired like this. You know what I'm saying? I need to do something to make this money. We have an extra 200 a month. What can I do? You know what I'm saying? To make this money count. Even if you have a home together and you say, well, I'm going to pay an additional 200 every month on our mortgage, that's going to bring your principal down and bring you more equity quicker than you would with just the regular amount. So you know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to have these discussions and see what people think or how do they think, because it's going to determine if you're going to live poor, if you're going to be the lower class, which is poor, the poverty line, or are you going to be middle class? You have the money, you're buying stuff, but you don't have much assets. The majority of things that you're buying are more liability. Or are you going to be the wealthy class where every time, even if you say for the next 5 years, everything we get, we're going to get assets of some kind for the next 3 to 5 years that can yield us more money. So those are the three things that I would say are very important discussions you should have with your potential someone and understanding their mindset about money. Because based on their mindset is going to determine how you guys are going to live and what you're going to have. It's going to determine that. It's not based on how much they make. It's their mentality about the money they make. All right, family? So that's what I would say to you guys on this Wednesday about love and money this month. We want your marriages to be successful. I'm going to do some quick decrees over you pertaining to your future marriages and even your finances. I decree and declare that as you step into marriage in the next year or two, those that are stepping into marriage, I decree and declare that your love will grow stronger every day for one another. I decree and declare that your communication will be open even before you marry. I decree and declare that you will be honest with each other. Yes, you're going to have a mate that you can be honest with in Jesus' name. I decree and declare that you'll support one another in every aspect of your lives. I decree and declare that you'll be willing to work at this relationship. You'll nurture the relationship. I decree and declare as you're nurturing this relationship. It's going to be with kindness. It's going to be with respect. I decree and declare that together you're going to create joy in your marriage. You're going to walk harmoniously. And I say create together because it requires both to do it, not just one person. You don't look for one person to make you happy or to, do all the work. Together, you're going to do the work to have a joyful and a harmonious home filled with love, filled with laughter. Can I tell you guys something, ladies? These men need more laughter in their lives. They go out there and man, like the world, especially for African Americans and the ethnic group, especially our brothers, they could feel really beat down. Let them come home to love and let them come home to laughter, because men actually don't know how to, I think men don't know how to be happy. Women know how to be like, I just want to be happy. Men, I think they're just kind of like, well, I'm happy if my family's taken care of. So sometimes men don't know what happiness is. So you got to help them fill that house with love and laughter that can bring happiness to their soul. I decree and declare that you all will cherish each other as partners. You will embrace your differences. And from the differences, you'll build deeper connections. You'll appreciate the differences. I decree and declare. Can I have some hearts, y'all? Because I'm doing some work here. I'm saying some stuff here, y'all. I'm saying some stuff here. See, I'm the sister that I don't talk much. I really don't. I'm not a talkative person. But when I do speak, trust me, things happen in your lives. I already know this. So that's why I'm very careful what I speak into people's lives. So I'm speaking the goodness of God into your life. I decree and declare that your marriage will be a source of strength for you. I decree and declare that your marriages will be a source of inspiration for you, a peace for you. In Jesus' name, I decree and declare that you and your spouse will attract abundance. You will attract prosperity into your lives. I decree and declare that positive thoughts and positive actions you attract also into your relationship. In Jesus' name, I decree and declare that you both will be capable of managing finances wisely together. One may be a little wiser than the other in it. It is okay. It works together for your good. I decree and declare that you'll be making very informed decisions. That's that communication where you can get enough information that you'll make informed decisions that will lead you and your spouse into financial stability, and your children and your household into financial stability. I decree and declare that opportunities for financial growth will come to you both easily and effortlessly. Yes, yeah. I decree and I declare that you'll be grateful for the wealth that will flow in your life. You'll have an attitude of gratitude. You'll be grateful. You'll be grateful for one another, working hard for your lives. You'll be grateful for one another, willing to be dedicated and committed to your wealth in your household and in your marriage. In Jesus' name, I decree and declare that you use that wealth to create positive impacts in your household, positive impacts in your family, positive impacts in the community that you are assigned to. In the mighty name of Jesus, I decree and declare this over every potential marriage, even the marriages that are here, and every potential marriage that is coming in this year. All right, family, we love you guys. Thank you so much. And again, we'll see you guys on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there. Behave yourselves. And remember, if you're dating somebody or you're talking to someone, get on out of that little shallow stuff of, I don't want him tall. I'm going to say this last thing before I go. So I knew ladies who was like, oh no, he got to be this height. Oh no, he has to have this. Oh no, he has to have that. And they had to wait so long. They ended up marrying short men. Really, I've short men, one of them, he had a big old head. I was like, oh, that don't look like nothing you said you wanted. You know what I'm saying? But the standards was so high to where by the time she was hitting 40, she was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, you changing your tune now, huh? Why? Because it's more about the internal and not the external. Honestly, it is about the internal and not the external. Listen to me. Stop with that little crazy list you have. All right. and ask the Lord to give you the one that he has for you that is best for you. All right. Because that tallness, if he's tall and mean as hell, that tall ain't gonna mean nothing to you. Ain't gonna mean nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? So get over all that stuff and look for the internal more than the external. All right, Epic family. We love you and we'll see you on next week, Monday. Baruch, Hava, and Shalom.
Yeah, hey.